Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of Wrestling Prime. I am your host, Tom Dog, and yes, we are here. We are live and we are late. um, Nature called, had to answer it. I don't know what it is. I got a stomach ache today, but I'm gonna pull right through it. And I feel another wave coming too. So I just want to drink Gatorade tonight. So, um, I'm not gonna do the the plug and like that because I want to get the show going and everything because I'm running a little behind. So yeah, um, so yeah, I'm running a little behind. So alrighty, um, let's let's start first by saying I was going to mention something unrelated to wrestling that I mentioned last week. Um, I was supposed to go to a to an open house for the cable studios open house, which is Cox Communication, which is affiliated with Cox Community, and that's COX. For you sick pervs out there, but um, it was postponed. They changed the owner of the building changed the date till tomorrow, which is Sunday. So I still got a chance to tour the place and everything like that, so it was actually pretty cool. Um, it felt right at home, like I was when I was with Sky 13 in Waterbury. So yeah. Um, so I went to check the cable studio over there, and it was pretty cool layout and everything like that. Um, and I'm really looking for So the open house is tomorrow. The owner of the building invited me to check that out, which I will, and because there's going to be some more hands-on experience over there. So who knows? Maybe I'll get to be in front of the camera. So who knows? It will bring so much memories of what I used to do back then. Um, my glory days working in Waterbury, Connecticut. So yeah, a lot of fun moments, and try not to remember the not so fun moments. Excuse me. I am tired today. I really am. So that's why I'm like half-assed on this episode tonight. Yeah. Oh, this phone is. Oh, so, yeah. So enough stalling. Let's go and check this. Let's go ahead and do this episode as quickly as possible. Um, so the Vince McMahon docu series that's on Netflix right now. Uh, I The Vince McMahon docu series is on Netflix right now, and they put out all and Netflix put out all the episodes. So it's a six I think 5 or 6 episode event. And so what I've decided, and I only saw one episode, which was of course the first episode. And so what I'm deciding to doing that each week I'm going to um delve into the to the show, even though a lot of people already reviewed. I guess some people are reviewing it that way, and so am I. So yeah. Um. So what we came up with the coming out of this first episode is that Vince McMahon Jr. never met his father and his real father, which is Vince Sr. He didn't meet him until later on later on in life. Um, his stepfather was abusive, and yeah, um, he didn't really have any obviously no connection with his stepfather, and that's something I didn't know, that I didn't know that Vince had a stepfather. So a little bit of history, and um, and then when he started working in New York with his father, he didn't know it was his father until they met, and they started to click um almost instantly. And but I got to take a break. Um, I got to use the bathroom. Um, I apologize, folks. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that, but nature does call. So yeah, so back to what I was saying about Vince. So yeah, he started working with his father, um, uh, in the '70s, and and when Vince Senior wanted to retire, he was going to sell the company to somebody else. He just couldn't find, we didn't know who was going to take it. So Vince, to pretty much sum things up with Vince, he said, "Give me I'll get it. I'll make something out of it." And Vince Senior was skeptical at first, but he gave him a chance, and he was uh he was impressed on um what he was able to do with the company. Um, and then with the territories, Vince bought out some territories, and you know pretty much rated talent, I guess you could say. And when Hulk Hogan came about, he Hulk Hogan originally started off as a heel with Classic Freddie Blassie, that I knew because I've seen that um, when I was in diapers. So I was a fan of Hulk Hogan way before Hulkamania was ever born. So. um, but then when um he had a little dispute with Vince Senior, and I mean Hogan had a dispute with Vince Senior. He wanted to go and he was offered to go do this movie, Rocky 3. And Vince Senior said, "No, you're a wrestler, not an actor. And if you go in," and he's like, "if you go and do this movie, um, you will never work for this company ever again." And so he did the movie and went back to AEW. Oh, not AEW, but AWA. And when Vince Jr. took over, um, Hogan was on the radar and everything, and pretty much rebranded the image, and was able to get the belt off of Iron Sheik, and thus Hulkamania was born. It was because of Vince Jr. Um, so yeah, it was so yeah, they dove into that, and then of course the birth of WrestleMania happened. The passing of Vince Senior, and then next will be the steroid issues and everything like that. So they're going to dive into that on the next episode, and we'll dive into that episode next week. Um, so yeah, what do I think about the episode? It was a good opening, good introduction to what to what we know to what we never knew about Vince. And so yeah, this was very rare and very, because Vince doesn't like talking about himself, and he doesn't, so yeah, this was a real treat. And So yeah, and they don't censor nothing. So that's even more interesting. So yeah, this was a pretty good introduction to the show, and looking forward to seeing all the other episodes as well too. So yeah, going to be really good. Okay, folks. Now that we got that little review out of the way, let's talk about the huge event that AEW did this week with Grand Slam Dynamite and Grand Slam Collision. So yes, the 2 night event on both Dynamite and Collision, and it was a good show. It was a very good show, and the opening match on Dynamite, it was Nigel McGuinness came out and did what he was supposed to do and everything like that, and called out, said, Daniel, Brian, you're a coward and everything like that, and you know, just heel being a heel and everything. So yeah, um, so if he said that, you know, if count the 10, if you don't get the if you don't answer to the 10, you forfeit the match. So yeah, um, because prior to this, Brian was as we all know what happened to him. He got after his match with uh, who did he fight? Was that All Out? After his match at All Out, um, he went out there and got attacked by Moxley and uh, and Claudio and Pac, and so yeah, this it was pretty crazy. It was actually pretty crazy, and I'm really looking for the and that's what happened, and so yeah, um, so Nigel was you know being the heel that he is, he returned to the ring and started talking smack about Brian and everything like that, and sure enough, um, Brian's music hits, didn't come out, but then the final countdown song came out, and crowd went nuts, and yeah, it was actually a very good match. So the match happened and everything, and a classic match between a long heated rivalry, and yeah, this was so yeah, it was pretty good and everything like that, and then you know it seemed like McGuinness had a little bit of ring rust, even though he had a um so it was so the label lock was put on, and Brian won the match and retained the title, and while he was when he was tapping out, um you can you can see him saying thank you, um before he tapped out. which was a shock. And so yeah, and the celebration was cut short. Christian Cage came out holding the contract. Um, and and Kip Sabian came from behind, stole the pen, and so he couldn't sign the contract. And so yeah, kind of Kip Sabian kind of ruined things for that moment. And and then Brian went back into to the celebration. And a B plus match. It was good, very good. So yeah, very good match. Up next, the FTW Championship was on the line as the champion Hook defends the title against Roderick Strong. And of course, this is another classic match. This was good. Um, and this was a a classic FTW match. Um, it was really good, man. Surprisingly quick. Not too bad, too bad of a quick. But it still did the job. It still did the job done and everything like that. Hook retains, and Strong reached out for a handshake. Hook um shook hands, gave a hug, and everything like that, and also Mike Bennett and Matt Taven also shook Hook's hand. So yeah, it was a little bit of respect, some respect right there, and that was really good. And Hook and then he went, outside the ring. He was given an interview and announced that the FTW title is officially retired and handed the belt back to his father Taz, and shared an emotional moment right there. So yeah, that was really good. Um, so yeah, that was a really good match. I loved it. B plus match. B plus. Okay. Up next, the AEW Tag Team Championship was on the line. The tag champs, the Young Bucks, defends the belt against Osprey and Kyle Fletcher, and another good match. And you know, yeah, back and forth, pretty much a back and forth match and everything like that. Very good, very good. All four um showed off to be really good. Um, and then at one point, um, Don Callis wanted Kyle to use a screwdriver on the Bucks, but quick hesitation and a little bit of distraction from the up there as well too. Um, Bucks used the belts and hit their finisher to retain the belt. A minus. A minus match was a really good good match. Yeah. Very good. Up next, AEW Women's Champion Mariah May defends the title against Yuka Sakazaki. I hope I'm saying her name right. I apologize if I don't. But before that match comes off, Prince Nana comes out and he was about to update on Swerve Strickland after his match with Adam Page at All Out, and yeah, the a shock to everybody. Shock to everybody. MVP made his AEW debut, and he came out and handed him a business card and said, you know, we need to talk business. And left it at that. So we have not seen the last of MVP, and we'll see where it goes from there. Hopefully, if the rumors are true, we will probably see Bobby Lashley, which I think that's going to happen. Too much headroom. So next was the Mariah May defending her belt against Sakazaki, and another good match. Really good. Um, classic back and forth match and everything. Short and sweet, to the point. Um, it was really good, and but Mariah put on the finisher to retain her belt, and so yeah, very good match. I give it a solid B. Solid B is very fair. And up next, Jon Moxley versus Darby Allin um for the AEW World Title shot. Because Darby Allin's number one contender for said title, but things change, you know, and everything like that. So yeah, um, so yeah, this was a brutal match, very brutal match from start to finish, and so yeah, it was how it was and everything like that. They brought announcers brought up how Darby got hit by a bus earlier this year, and so yeah, this was pretty crazy, and so yeah, lot of you know, Moxley really put the hurt on Darby and everything, and Shafir exposed the hard floor. Um, underneath the ring pads and everything, the ringside padding, and Allen landed hard off of a suicide dive. I was like, oh my god, that was that that was brutal. That was really brutal, and that's where the crashes came about and everything, and then of course him being run over by the bus. So yeah. After that, Moxley took advantage of the thing, put the finisher on Darby, and yeah, this was pretty intense and everything, and um, excuse me. Moxley got the finisher in for the win, and is now the number one contender to go against Bryan Danielson for the AEW Championship. And then speaking of Danielson, he showed up after, was attacking Moxley until Shafir came in, and then Pac and Claudio got involved as well too. Beat the hell out of him, beat the hell out of him and everything like that. It was so yeah. This was a solid B. So yeah. Um, so yeah. Overall, um, B plus, B plus show. For that one, it was pretty good, and yeah, yeah, nothing to complain about there. And so yeah. All right, now I'm gonna try to get night two. That ended off. Bear with me, folks. Okay. Don't see it here. Well, I'm gonna have to go to the website, the official AEW website. Um, okay. Um, Opening contest for night two, which was Collision, which happened earlier, just a few hours ago. few hours ago. Um, Opening match was Jamie Hayter taking on Saraya with Harley Cameron under Saraya's rules. And so yeah, the rules are as follows. The rule pretty much no rules, except the rules all favor Saraya, which means that, you know, nobody can interfere unless you're a friend of Saraya. So yeah. And this was a really brutal match, man. This was really brutal. And we thought that, with the odds stacked against Jamie, didn't happen. It was pretty intense and everything like that. And yeah, and of course Jamie Hayter put the finisher on for the win. And actually, Hayter put Saraya through a table, and Tombstone pile driver for the win. And so yeah, I give this match a B plus. Very good, very good match. Very good match. Up next, open challenge. Jack Perry defending the belt against who? Um, Turns out it was Minoru Suzuki. And yeah, that was a very pretty pretty intense match and everything like that. A lot of crazy moments in this match, and technically there should have been a disqualification, but it didn't happen. Um, and so yeah, continued with all the stuff on the outside and everything, and to took him out. Took out Suzuki to win via countout. And after the match was over, Perry went on to continue to go after Suzuki, and then Shibata came out and chased Perry away. I'm going to give this match a B minus. I technically won this match should have easily won um, inside the ring, and so maybe somewhere down the line we could see more these two fight again. Only this time, who knows? So Tornadoes Trios match was next. Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Orange Cassidy taking on Brian Keith, Big Bill, and Chris Jericho. And another brutal match there. I think this was a no DQ because of being it was a tornado tag and everything. So yeah, this was this was a pretty good match. One spot there. Um, um, Orange Cassidy had a loaded backpack. After nailing Jericho with it, he opened up the backpack to reveal a brick. So yeah, that was classic. and and yeah, this was that was pretty cool. And so yeah, that it was as you would expect it to be. This was a good match. And so yeah, this was pretty crazy. And match ended after Briscoe got put through a table, and after Big Bill chokeslammed Briscoe through a table, and Jericho took advantage of that and pinned Mark Briscoe for the win, and did the classic um, um, motion to the waist and everything that he wanted to challenge that he wanted um, to face Mark Briscoe for the Ring of Honor World Championship. So yeah, that'll be pretty good. And one side note, um, that in Ring of Honor, if you pin the champ, um, it's traditionally um, you get a title shot right after that. So yeah, so don't be too surprised to see that you actually see that happen. So yeah, it'd be very interesting. Um, House of Black's Brody King goes off against Action Andretti, and this was a pretty quick match, and um, Brody King was mostly dominant in this match, and finished Action Andretti with a splash to the corner, and then pinned for the win. As quick as this match was, I'm gonna give this a B minus. Still good match. Short and sweet to the point. Uh, very, very good. And I'm gonna take one more break because I got to use the bathroom again. I feel it rumbly in my tumbly, so I gotta get this taken care of. So yeah, um, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. But little word of advice before we continue on with this review. Do not try that new hot sauce that they have at Taco Bell. I mean, it's good, but I got diarrhea, man. I know it's too much info, and I apologize, but hey, I'm not gonna. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna bullshit my audience. Not gonna bullshit nobody. That's right. Yeah. Okay. The the trios champion, the trios champions, Pac, Claudio, and Wheeler defend their belts against Commander and Private Party. And so yeah, it was pretty good match. Pac wanted to there were some times where Yuta wouldn't accept the tag, and both Claudio and Pac were upset about it. And later on, it it happened and everything. And Claudio went to go and use the do the giant swing so that Yuta can come in and do the drop kick, and Yuta refused the drop kick. Zay and Claudio and Wheeler argued. Um, and yeah, this was it was pretty crazy and everything. And then when Yuta when Yuta when when Yuta was looking on the looking out of the ring and everything, he got blindsided by a roll up, and so yeah, it became, and that's when he got Yuta got slapped in the face, and that's when all hell went loose, and Yuta went nuts. Um, went after Zay's broken hand. And then finished Zay off with the cattle mutilation and retained the belts. And Claudio and Pac were going to raise Yuta's hand, but he left the ring and in disgust. So Yeah, this I'm liking how the storyline goes. Is working out. Um, a lot of drama between the three of them. You know, with between Claudio and Yuta, and now with Pac into the mix. So yeah, this was a very interesting match. So this one is a solid B, fair enough match. Um, okay. Up next, um, Dralistico, in a in a triple threat lucha libre match. Uh, Dralistico takes on the Beast Mortos versus Hologram, and so yeah, this was very good match. Very, I had a lot of fun with this match, and I'm liking Hologram. He's having a presence, and which I like, and undefeated so far and everything, and so yeah, this match was very entertaining. Um, the Lucha Libre matches are a lot of fun. They're quick. They're always quick matches and always on your seat. So I have a little soft spot for them. And so yeah, this was no exception. This was a really good classic match. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the seeing more of Hologram, and maybe down the future we get a title shot. But I'm overstepping myself because I forgot to tell you who won. And it's obvious that it's Hologram. He's still undefeated, and yeah, this was and excuse me, and Dralistico thought he was going to win because he put up a Mexican destroyer on Hologram, and Hologram rebounded and did an inside cradle on Dralistico and picked up the win. And after the match was over, Beast Mortos and Dralistico were pushing each other. Rush immediately comes out and made them get into the same page. And Hologram came back, jump into the thing, and Rush beat the crap out of him. So yeah, this is looking to be very good. Seeing where this is going to happen, I think we're going to see Rush and Hologram go at it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Up next is a lumberjack strap match, and this is a very interesting concept to a lumberjack match. The rule is that the rule in a lumberjack strap match is that if you go anybody who goes outside the ring go slaps can use the strap on the wrestler on the outside, and they have to be immediately, like instantly on the floor. They can't, it can't be on the apron or anything like that. It has to be outside onto the floor. So this was a classic. This was a classic match and everything like that. And yeah, this was a. Then then it got a little bit heated. Um, and a little bit of a Paige was on the apron, getting ready, getting to do a buckshot lariat off the apron, but Juice came out, came and whipped Paige with the letter with the strap. That distraction caused Jeff Jarrett to knock Paige off onto the floor, and then that's when the drama hit and everything, and Paige managed to get the leather strap and started to whip Jarrett in the ring with it until Jeff Jarrett's wife Karen came out and trying to shield Jay, and Jeff was shielding Jeff Jarrett, and Anna Page was hesitating on whether or not to hit her with the strap, but luckily he didn't, because Jay Lethal came out of nowhere and whipped Page with a strap, and Jeff got his own whip, and there you go, and started whipping Adam Page with the leather strap. And as soon as Hangman got out of the ring, Lumberjacks came out, started whipping whipping Adam again with the strap, and then went back into the ring. And with the distraction, Page guessed Jeff with a low blow, and finished it off with the Deadeye and pinned Jeff Jarrett for the win. This was an A- match. This was an A- match. This was actually a really good match. Really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. But later on in the evening, we get to find out that that Juice and Adam Page are going to be facing off, I believe, on Wednesday. And one side note to notice, there was a little bit of a technical issue. I don't know where that technical issue was. I don't know if it was from the network or the production team in the back, but there was a botch somewhere, and only got to see part of the match. And yeah, we're gonna so yeah, as soon as I get that information, I will relay that to you as best as I can. And now it's time for the main event. The AEW Continental Championship match is on the line as Okada defends the title against Sammy Guevara. And this was a classic match. This was really classic. This was a really good match, and you know, can't this is. I mean, this was the type of match that you would have to see on pay per view, but you get to see it live for free and on network television. This was a really good match. I actually love this match, and so yeah, this was a classic back and forth match, and Sammy was really doing a good, really did a good job out there to do whatever he could to get the win and the belt. But Okada was doing the same to defend the belt, and he successfully did, and caught Sammy with a Rainmaker and pinned him for the win and retain of the belt. This was a solid A match. I love this match. This was very, very good. And so yeah. And this coming Wednesday, this coming Wednesday is the 5-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite, as well as so yeah, this is a really good excuse me. This is going to be a very good that will be a very good show. So yeah. Um overall grade, I give this A minus. This was a really good show. And I didn't mention the I didn't mention the little um I didn't mention the MXM collection, and so yeah, I didn't mention that. But I will say this was a it was pretty entertaining. It was entertaining for what it was, and it was a finale. They did it for Fashion Week and everything like that. Um, so they had some people with MXM masks and coming out the ring, coming to the ring and everything like that. So yeah, it was pretty good. And there was one more. Um, um, they removed a sheet, and underneath was a man named unveiled Hans, and yeah, it was actually pretty good. And Hans was asked to remove the mask. He took off the mask and revealed that it was Billy Gunn, Daddy Ass. And so yeah, and the models came out to assist MXM, and the Acclaim came out, and all three of them took out the MXM collection and the models and everything, and it was and yeah, this was really good. And then of course, the scissor and everything. So yeah, So yeah, I let that one, but it was entertaining. I liked it. It was funny. It was really good. It was really good. But yeah, overall, this was a nice end to a really good Grand Slam. I enjoyed it. I hope you all did too. And this was a really good show. This really was. Both nights, I believe, in my opinion, I think this was the better night. And yeah, this was a. But don't get me wrong, there were some matches that I liked on Dynamite Grand Slam, but yeah, with the with Brian Danielson, his match, that one was my favorite, and yeah, and of course the Sammy and Okada match, that was also a very good match. And so yeah, this was a really good show. Little bit of a botch with the production during the Jeff Jarrett match. So um hopefully, hopefully things get cleared up so that we can actually, the match can be watchable. I hope, you know. Um but I'm sure I'll get to the bottom of it and everything, and I'll do my best to relay the information as best as I can. So, well, with that being said, I'm looking at the time now. It's getting late, and I'm tired. I had a busy day today, and I'm gonna have an even busier day tomorrow. Luckily, I don't have a show to do tomorrow, so that's good. But I want to thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Always have fun when the viewers are on and everything like that. And let us know. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as I turn off the camera. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below. What did you think of Grand Slam? And the Grand Slam both on Dynamite and Collision. And also, if you saw the McMahon documentary on Netflix, let me know what you think about it without spoiling anything. Because, like I said, I only saw first episode, so I got to catch up. So try not to spoil anything for me. And but yeah, excuse me. Um, but yeah, let us know what you thought about everything that I talked about on the comment section down below. Ring the bell to stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next, and give that subscribe button a rock bottom. We will see you back here next week with another episode of Wrestling Prime. Um, but before we do that, we got some business to deal with for the month of October on Channel X. We are celebrating um a month on Channel X, Ghostbusters month. For the Halloween theme. That is our Halloween theme for the month of October. We're going to be doing every week for the every week I'm going to be reviewing every single Ghostbusters movie except the 2016 reboot. Um, because I already reviewed that. And so yeah, um, I'm excited for it, and so yeah, we're gonna do the 4 weeks of Ghostbusters, and plus also um on my Twitch channel, or on my live I'm going to be doing a live stream either on Twitch or on YouTube. I'm going to be playing Ghostbusters the video game, and that's going to be part of our Tom Dog Plays live stream. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that, and you never know when I'm gonna do it. So, but it will be for the month of October. Our Halloween. Actually, we're gonna do that on Halloween. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. So, I will keep everybody posted on when I'm gonna be doing that. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have fun with that. And so yeah. Um, and then we're gonna have some more fun with some uh, with some wrestling prime stuff and everything, and I'll keep everybody posted on how I made out with that open house, and I'll make that announcement on Wednesday. But here on Wrestling Prime, we we're gonna be doing some having some more WWE news as well as some AEW news, and of course the review of more on the review of the Mr. McMahon documentary. So yeah, that's all coming up next week. So with that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care. So long. Peace. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time.